Namaste yogis. Welcome to your Wednesday warm-up. I'm Carter, and today we're going to be curious in our practice. So let's get to our mat. All right, everybody, let's start on our backs. And we're going to bring the soles of our feet together as we bring the hands to the upper thighs. We're just going to press a little bit towards the front of the mat like we're lengthening through the spine. We're going to wag the tail. And so this practice is about curiosity. So curious in how the lower back feels, curious how the groins feel, curious how this movement's going to feel in the body. One more deep full breath here. Curiosity is also inquiry as we start to bring awareness to sensation in the body. And then gently start to lift the knees up with the hands. And then bring the feet to the floor. And we're just going to drop those knees left and right like we're windshield wipering the knees from side to side. How does that feel? These are the questions that we ask ourselves. And then draw the knees towards the belly. Wrap the arms around the legs. This movement in yoga is about intimacy. So we're seeing how well we know our bodies. All right, so straighten the feet up towards the ceiling. Extend your arms out like wings. Press your palms into the ground. Let your feet drop just a little bit to the left until you feel enough sensation, and just hold there for a moment. The farther you get the closer you get to the ground, the more intense it'll be. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, legs drop to the right. Ease into it. Pause there for a moment, wherever you're at. Inhale, come on up. Bend the knees towards the belly, chest, squeeze in. And then take the feet to the floor. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the hips up, interlace your fingers behind your back. Draw the chin towards the chest, bridge pose. Where do you feel this? How's the sensation? Do you need to modify? Do you need less or more? There's always a lot of options in each one of these asanas, and we're inquiring on what we need to do. Keep in mind that our yoga practice is a self-regulating practice. We can do more, we can do less. And then exhale, slowly lower the hips down. And then take the right shin and rest it on the left thigh, so just above the ankle. Take the right hand, slide it in between the legs, and then take the left foot up off the ground and interlace your fingers behind that left hamstring. Now, if you're a little bit tighter in the hips, you may have to lift the head and shoulders off the ground to get a hold of it. And then when you're ready, you're just going to draw that left thigh towards you until you feel sensation in that right hip. You can flex the right foot to support the knee. You could also take that right forearm and press it on the inside of the right thigh to get some variation of the sensation in the hip. Last option would be left knee straightened so you get a little bit more in the hamstring. So you can pull to the point where the tailbone comes off the ground. I'm okay with that. Give yourself another deep, full breath. This is a hip opener. And then if the left knee is straight, bend it. Release your hands and slide the right knee on top of the left knee, so you're stacking the right hamstring on the left thigh. Draw the thighs towards the belly, chest, and then gently let those knees fall to the left. Arms open up nice and wide. Gaze towards that right thumb. Big inhale, slow exhale. So when we're in this kind of a little bit slower connective practice, we hang for a moment or two just to make sure that we feel all the sensations in the body, not just the ones that are a little bit more intense. Then we soften, we breathe, we allow the body to unwind at its own pace. And then gently bring your knees back up to center, unfold the legs, bring both feet to the floor. Windshield wiper legs side to side. Let's do another bridge pose. So press the feet down, lift the hips up. Hands can interlace behind the back as you squeeze the shoulder blades together. You're lifting the pelvis towards the ceiling and you're drawing the chin towards the chest. If you need more space in the spine, you're always welcome to come onto the toes to get a little bit higher. One more big inhale, slow exhale. And then heels lower down, hands release, and lower the hips all the way down. Windshield wiper, knees side to side again. And let's take that left shin and rest it on the right thigh. So into that hip opener, left hand slides between the legs. Again, if your hip's a little tight, you may have to lift the head and shoulders off the ground and then bring that right foot up off the ground as you interlace the fingers. Lower the head down, start to squeeze that right thigh a little bit closer towards the belly chest. Options again, left forearm into the left thigh as you press the knee away as if you're trying to get that left shin parallel to your chest. You could also straighten the right knee as you bring the right foot up towards the sky. You can even move a little side to side as you massage the muscles on each side of the spine. Draw the right thigh closer towards you for more sensation, and I'm okay again with the tailbone coming off the ground. One more deep, full breath. This is just a little intimacy of our old trauma, emotional trauma in our past. And then if that right knee is straight, bend it. Bring that right foot to the ground and just slide that left hamstring on top of the right thigh. Draw the knees towards the belly chest. Squeeze in a little bit here. And then knees drop to the right. Arms open up nice and wide. Big inhale, slow exhale. And for Wednesday practice, or really for any practice, always a great time to check in. And we always come to our practice with a beginner's mind, as if we just stepped into his body for the very first time. The movement is giving us a sense of connection and awareness, our limitation, our strength and flexibility. Inhale, slowly bring the knees back up to center, unfold the legs. Draw the knees towards the belly chest, squeeze them in. And then we're going to rock front to back. And we're going to do that about 4 or 5 times. We're just going to see if we can get enough momentum where we can rock ourselves up to malasana or yogi squat. Maybe you can do it without using your hands. Made it. Let's come back to center. Hands come together, lengthen through the torso. So lift the heart, tailbone drops. Elbows can be inside the knees as you open them up, or maybe they're on top of the knees as you lengthen and extend. Draw the chin down a little bit so you're long through the back of the neck. Deepen your breath. The heels may be up or they may be down. It depends on how open your hips are and hamstrings and lower back. One more deep, full breath. And then bring the hands to the floor. Tuck your chin. Lift your hips, straighten your knees, swivel your heels out so you're in a little bit of a wide leg forward fold. Sway the hips. Bend and straighten the knees. And then heel toe your feet a little bit closer towards one another. Come up halfway, flatten your back, lift your chin, lift your chest. Exhale, bend the knees, plant your hands, left foot steps back, and swivel it so that back foot is flat. Arms reach up, warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. So ribs and belly draw in, tuck the tailbone, soften the shoulders, and let's interlace our fingers behind our back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, straighten the elbows. Hinge just a little bit at the waist so the belly hovers over the thigh. You're reaching with the crown of the head. Where do you feel this pose? Do you need more? Do you need less? Do you need to modify? Inhale, come on up, release the hands, stretch the arms up nice and tall. Twist to the left, open up the arms, warrior 2, widen that stance just a bit. Gaze over that right middle finger and swivel those palms up and down. Feel the strength and the power of the legs as you squeeze the heels towards one another. Ribs and belly draw in. Swivel your right palm up. Take your left hand behind your back. Slide that right arm up and over the right ear. Now start to breathe into your right ribs as you sink low into the right knee. So where can you feel that? And how's the sensation? This internal dialogue is not only in this practice, but it's in every practice that you do. The question of how am I doing and what do I need is something that should be going through your head no matter what movement you're doing, not even yoga. Like you can do any movement. If you're doing, if you're running, it's like, how am I feeling? Right? Take your right forearm, rest it on your right thigh, swivel your right palm up, slide that left arm up and over the left ear as you gaze up towards the ceiling. What's working? What's soft? What's expanding? This is the connection and awareness of body. The breath is moving in and out, and you're micro-adjusting in each one of the poses. Take a look at your right big toe. Take your both hands down to the floor and step your right foot back into plank. Hold here for a moment. So one of the nice things about a hatha practice, and I would consider this hatha, is that we're giving ourselves time in each pose to make those adjustments. Feel what is working. Slowly lower to the floor. Point the toes. Press the feet and hips down. Lift the chin, the chest, and the hands. Open them up nice and wide like wings. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and lift the arms up a little. Hands come down. Table pose. Lift the hips. Down dog. Spread the fingertips nice and wide. Roll over your toes. Lift your knees and hips. Belly towards thighs. Now you may have done 1,000 down dogs, but how is it feeling today? Where's your limitation in your down dog? Where do you feel strong? Where do you feel weak? Where do you feel open? What feels natural? What feels awkward? Make your adjustments to find out more sensations. And then come onto your toes, bend your knees, look forward, walk, step, or float, feet to hands. Come up halfway and adjust your stance, make sure you're nice and comfortable. And then exhale, fold forward, plant the hands, right foot steps back. Let's go warrior one on the right side, arms reach up. Elbows bend, hands and elbows draw back for a moment. You can micro adjust by elbows coming up and down. How does it feel in the chest and the fronts of the shoulders? And then let's interlace our fingers again. So opposite thumb comes on top. Squeeze the shoulder blades, straighten the elbows. Do you find a different sensation right side, left side? Probably. Maybe not. I'm saying there's probably a difference, but you may not feel it. Hinge forward, belly hovers over the thigh, the arms can come off the lower back until you feel like it's enough. And again, what's working, what do you feel, what can you relax? And then inhale, come on up, release your arms, stretch them up nice and tall. Twist to the right, widen that stance a little bit, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Swivel the palms up and down. Relax the toes, deepen the breath. How's this side feel? And then slide this right hand behind the back. Swivel your left palm up as you reach up and over, reverse warrior. So you'll never hear me say push or do more. What I will say is, how do you feel and what do you need? And then you make the decision, right? So you could go really deep into this reverse warrior, or maybe the left arm just reaches straight on up. All right, left forearm to left knee or thigh, right arm reaches up and over that right ear, and that whole right side body is rolling back as the heart lifts up towards the ceiling. The left knee is pressing out towards left pinky toes. You open up through the pelvis, and there's this nice long extension through the right side body. Look down to your left big toe. Hands come down. Left foot steps back into plank. Hold here for a moment. And you have the option of doing the same thing we did last time, which is lowering all the way to the floor, pressing the feet and the hips into the ground, lifting the chin and chest, and the hands. You could go into cobra pose if you like, or you can lower halfway down, roll over the toes for up dog, and lengthen It's a different asana, so it'll feel differently. And then exhale, table pose. And then down dog. Big inhale, slow exhales. Where do you feel the sensation the most? And then where do you feel it next? And then the next most, and then the next most, and then the next most. Drop your knees, cross at the ankles, roll over your feet. Bring the soles of the feet together. Scoot the heels towards the hips, draw the knees down, lengthen torso, hinge forward. A moment. Big inhale, slow exhale. Come on up. Straighten your left knee. And then lift that right knee up. Step the right foot over the left thigh. Take the left hand to the floor by the hip or by the spine. And then take that left arm up. Take the left elbow over the right thigh. And twist. Big inhale, slow exhale. Where do you feel the twist? Through the belly, through the lower back, through the fronts of the shoulders or chest, maybe upper back, maybe even hips. Let's inhale, come back to center, open up that right leg, bring the sole of the foot on the inside of the left thigh, keep the left thigh internally rotating, square the shoulders to the left foot, lengthen, and then hinge forward. So just isolating the back of the left leg, hamstring, back of the knee, calf. Where do you feel it? You can flex the foot to wake up the calf. You can point the toe to get the front of the shin. You can bend the knee to get the sensation up through the glute and lower back. Or you can straighten and lock the knees. You can engage the quadricep as you press the belly button towards the thigh. There's a lot of variation in this pose. Which one feels right? You may want to check them all out. Find out which sensation is maybe a little interesting or curious. And then inhale, come on up. And let's switch our legs. So straighten your right knee. Bend the left knee and lift the left knee up. Take the left foot over the right leg. Above or below the knee. I don't like the pressure on the knee. Left hand to the floor by the hip or by the spine. Right arm reaches up. Right elbow comes over left thigh. And then draw that belly in and twist. Big inhale, slow exhale. Just checking in. A little inventory. The hand is awake. You don't necessarily need to do this mudra if you're not up for it. So thumb to index finger. You could always do thumb to middle finger, or maybe you can grab both middle fingers. Rock and roll, baby. Or maybe hang loose, bro. Okay, that's just about enough of that. Inhale, back to center. Drop the left knee out. Take the left foot on the inside of the right thigh. Square your shoulders to your right foot. Hinge forward. Bring your awareness to the subtle sensation first. If you need more, you're always welcome to go farther. You can make those adjustments with the legs same way. Knee can be bent or straight. Foot can be flexed or pointed, or maybe somewhere in between. The hands can rest on the thigh or shin, or if you have the flexibility, you can grab the foot if you feel like that's enough, or maybe underneath the calf. One more deep, full breath. And then inhale slowly, come on up. Straighten that left knee. Shake out both legs. And let's do a forward fold here. So belly towards thigh. Now we're working with both legs together. A little bit stronger, sometimes a little bit more limiting. So again, you can press and push. You can do less. You can create stillness, or you can do a little bit of movement, like you kind of twist the torso. Find out the sensation. One more deep, full breath. Nice inhale, come on up. Cross the legs, an easy seated pose, hands to knees or thighs. Just draw the right ear towards the right shoulder. When you do these kind of neck openers, think about the top of the left ear lifting up. So you're creating space from the left earlobe to the shoulder, and then lift the chin up and down. Roll your head back, lift your chin up. You can wag your jaw here. We hold so much stress and tension in the front of the neck and jaw. And then left ear to left shoulder, again focusing on the tip of the right ear as it lifts up. Right shoulder's heavy, you lift that chin up and down. Then chin all the way to the chest, a little bit from side to side. And let's bring our hands together, thumbs towards the heart, gaze over the middle finger, take a really nice big inhale through your nose and exhale out your mouth. Namaste. Nice work, yogis. Hope your curiosity has been satisfied. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comments section below. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel to keep updated on all the latest practices. I'll see you guys soon. Take care of yourself. I love you. Peace.